welcome to
the Comic Gamer Movie Show.
And today we will be redoing a video that I lost.
Well,
it's gone. We flew away.
There's a couple videos that never made it up that we gotta get them up now.
That is why I'm in charge of that now.
No, I screwed up. It was my fault, but anyway.
I do hope you guys like the editing I've been doing.
It's a top 5.
We haven't had one up in a while, actually.
Yeah, we haven't had one in a while.
It is the top 5 animes that could make great live-action movies. Now, it's hard. It's
hard to do this.
It's hard because you can't always transfer that Japanese,
considering about
style.
90% of them always screw up.
Yeah, so I'm trying to. So this
good ones.
Have to come
Let's
up
be
with,
optimistic here.
This is us having to come up with ones that could work, could work. Big screen,
if you did it right,
with a huge budget and all that other good stuff.
Yeah, but the only ones that have really been good are ones like Rurouni Kenshin. Rurouni Kenshin is a great live action.
But all right,
we don't speak of Dragon Ball Evolution.
Shush.
No.
Shut your mouth.
No, that was a great movie, wasn't it? I loved it.
I put it up there with Green Lantern in the Oscar nomination.
Bastard.
All right, who wants to go first?
I'll go first. All right. I think that my number one would have to be Fullmetal Alchemist.
Because they were talking about doing that.
Because it's not over the top to the point where you couldn't do it.
It gets pretty over the top.
It gets that way, but you can still add in some pretty good both practical / CGI. You can mix.
It's going to be a lot of CGI.
Well, no, it doesn't have to be. You can mix the two. You can mix practical effects and CGI.
Then again, after things like Harry Potter and Doctor Strange come out, kind of weirdo, kind of saying,
oh yeah,
they could probably pull that off.
They could probably pull that off.
Because like Harry Potter, it's not. Harry Potter's kind of like Fullmetal, where it's not considered magic. It's considered like science.
It's a mix.
It's a mixture.
It's a mix technically, but alchemy, the whole shit. Anyway, no, I think it's really cool. I think it would be a good series because the world of Fullmetal Alchemist is really big. The whole politics of the country they live in is really good. The whole story behind them would be good. Maybe make a story about them at the end where they get their bodies back and they're Full Metal's not Full Metal anymore.
They made Fullmetal Alchemist and it was good. They tried
the ending from Brothers.
They would try to stretch it out to a trilogy.
Or
they try to stretch it out to a trilogy.
Exactly.
They'd be like, this is like the bad stuff in the beginning, and then they'd be like, it'd probably end with them getting into the.
If you wanted to tell the entire story of Fullmetal Alchemist in movies, you need at least 3 or 4 movies.
Yeah, you mean 3 or 4.
But they can't. They're not going to do that though, because it's not like Harry Potter. It's not like
it's
that huge
it's
billion-dollar
corporation.
It does, but it doesn't have a big enough fan base to have warrant that.
Like the Attack on Titan movie, that had Attack on Titan has a huge fan base. So when they made that live action,
yeah.
I
saw clips. And I was just like, wow, this is literally CGI to the shit.
I was worried about it because of the 3D maneuver gear. I was like, that's going to be so hard to make live action.
Oh man, something else. That could be. You see some really cool 3D stuff, but things with Fullmetal. But
yeah, and then also
very
costume design would be really cool.
Fullmetal's one of the ones on my list too.
Yeah. So anyway, that's my number one. What's next?
I'll go. My number one is I know they're making kind of a weirdish movie. I think they're making a Netflix series with it. Death Note.
Netflix is making a Death Note movie.
But I don't think it's gonna be big enough budget. I'm talking about a big budget on movie like big silver screen adaptation of Death Note with because I think because that's one of the ones that's really not over the top. Because it's
Death Note's very possible.
It's very solid. It's very in. All thing you have to do is make that demon. Which with enough CGI, you can pull that off.
You look in the Japanese ones, they make it great.
You can just make it practical.
You can make it practical.
You can make it really creepy and practical, and have that
with modern day Hollywood.
Stuff.
It's like
so. I think Death Note, and it's an interesting story on its own. Like Death Note could potentially be one of those animes that wins awards because of the way the story's written.
Very interesting.
It's about a command who started off with good intentions and becomes a little bit more
drunk.
You know what it reminds you of? It reminds me of Breaking Bad.
It does actually.
And the way that it works, I'm like, Death Note could legitimately be a big a big time movie, an Oscar-winning movie, a Breaking Bad movie. Because you start off liking the guy, and then eventually you're just like, man, I don't know if I like this guy anymore. Compelling and most.
Yeah,
it can win big.
It really makes you think the whole time you're watching the series.
But anyway, so Mark,
We're going 1 to 5 or
Yeah,
5 to 1. This is top to least or least top.
Top. It doesn't matter. You're top.
We
five.
usually go 1 to 5.
Yeah, we usually go.
All right, I'll just go with my
There
least.
is no way.
I'll go with my least for 1. I'll just mix it up. Let me go with what he's saying. Kind of like that. Code Geass. That would be a very interesting live
that's
action
not over the
movie.
top.
Because you know with Code Geass basically is Lulu. He's basically the son that was cast aside from the royal family, and he has this seething for vengeance, but he could never get it, so he tried to live on with his life. But eventually, he got this power that allows him basically, if he looks into anybody's eyes, he can command them to do whatever he wants.
Oh, there's a lot of that going on TV right now.
Yeah, basically, he can look. I mean, the first time
It's not
he ever
Kilgrave, at least.
No, there's a Kilgrave, and there's the preacher who does that too.
True. The first time he ever looked into someone or used that power, he looked into a bunch of soldiers' eyes and said, "I am Lulu, should be Britannia, and I command you all to kill yourselves." And he's like, "Of course, Your Highness." Bam. And he got away.
Wait, that's your number 5, right? Because you said you started with least.
Yeah, least.
Okay.
That's my number 5. Like, I'm going to say 1 to 5.
No, that'd be a really cool, compelling story.
Yeah,
because
and like
I said, it's not over the top. It has
Yeah,
interesting. The world of Code Geass is really interesting.
the only thing that would be CG would be the nightmare frames.
Oh yeah.
The mechs that they have. But like the whole story is much like Death Note. It's very compelling, a very interesting series, and you really see the tragedy and the just fascinating world that goes on around them.
Yeah.
Well, we've come far in CG, so there's a couple ones that are a little over the top that maybe can be pulled
Jungle
off.
Book, amazing CG in Jungle
That
Book.
was a big. That was
Well,
like
that was a mixture. That was it too.
That
They mixed practical effects with CG.
But that was most of that movie was made on
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, I couldn't tell. I was in the jungle.
It's like that. Like I know Transformers is mostly CG, but it's like you have to give them credit for how detailed the CG is in Transformers.
I've never had a problem with the way with the Autobots stuff.
I mean,
I've never had a problem with what they
I
look.
just have
It's the movies themselves.
it's actually my biggest thing with them. Not how they look, it's how they move. You can tell, like the way they move is like, oh god, it's crap. And I just thought all Transformers movies shit anyway. But
No matter what anyone says about Transformers, I still peed a little bit when I saw Optimus for the first time in the first movie, and I saw that truck pull up. I was like, that's Optimus! That's Optimus!
after that,
He's probably Japanese.
I don't know. I
But
Transformers.
okay, yeah, number.
All right, my number 2.
Yeah, because we're doing now.
My number 2. This one would be not as over the top because the only place is Yu Yu Hakusho. I think that the only point
Pull that off.
you could pull that off. The only thing you couldn't do truly without completely CGIing it is the spirit realms. You know, the real world is easy. The spirit effects would be really easy.
You know what they would do? They would keep them in the real world for like the first movie and see how much good it does, and then a sequel they'd be
And
like,
maybe like
we're getting a bigger budget and we're going to the spirit world.
No, so that's based because the whole story, unfortunately, it was canceled. So you never really like.
You should have picked that for the cancellation. You should have came back.
Well, that wasn't on Toonami, was it? What did you?
That wasn't Toonami.
You actually was on Toonami.
It was.
Yeah.
That was the best show that was on Toonami, not the best show. Not the show
okay.
for coming back.
Okay.
Well, you could have chosen for coming back to it.
No, I should have because it just cut. That was one of those like examples where it ended abruptly and
I hate when that happens.
ended abruptly, and the
No
creators said nothing else about it. That's literally all. They were like, nope, sorry, that's all we got. And then it's like, well, shit. But anyway, point being is that like the whole world of Yu Yu Hakusho is pretty cool. The whole Spirit Patrol, they're basically cops, but they're for the real world in order to
The
close
only
human
problem
beings.
is, I'm scared that would get too many similarities to that R.I.P.D. movie that came out with Ryan Reynolds.
Oh.
When they were cops and they were doing the spirit thing, and I'm scared that people would be like,
it was supernatural.
people
Well,
be like, oh,
I
so
mean,
it's R.I.P.D.
I don't think so.
I think it'd be way better.
It would, but
But the whole
it's
story is compelling because he dies and getting hit by a car. He saves a kid, but that ends up getting him, because he wasn't a dick his whole life. He was just
He didn't
he didn't give a shit. So when he saved that kid and got hit by the car and he technically died, the Spirit Reaper said, well, you did, in your final moment you did something good, so you're gonna be a spirit patroller. And then he ends up coming back to life, and then he trains in the spirit world, and then when he comes back to life, he has spirit energy now. He can use spirit energy. I think that would use CGI. That part would use CGI. The Reaper.
But imagine his transformations into his demon forms.
Yeah, that would be CGI. And
That'd
then
be-
the Reaper,
that'd be like
But they wouldn't do that.
but the Reaper wouldn't.
like third or
I mean,
fourth.
she wouldn't be flying on a paddle. She would actually be a person in a dress. I mean, she wouldn't be like in that weird get up where like on a flying paddle. That's
They
not how it
might
works.
pay homage to it. They do that a lot in comic book movies.
But
Like,
they
they might not pull out show it, but like, this is for you fans. Like, it's in there. It's just not.
Yeah,
there.
because it's not like I said. The only thing over the top would be the spirit realms, but even then, you could pull it off potentially. It's one of those things. Well, like, especially the spirit games when they have. I mean, like, when they were fighting in the stadium, you could pull that off pretty easily. So
this would be your classic fight.
yeah. So I mean, I think Yu Yu Hakusho needs to come back. I loved that show when I was a kid, and then I wish it'd come back. Anyway, I'm done.
Well, my number 2 is something we already talked about with Rurouni Kenshin.
Within every fiber of your being, you are truly a manslayer.
I think Rurouni Kenshin is the most easily
It does have a
translatable.
live action.
But I'm talking about like big budget.
Oh,
Like,
big budget ones.
Like,
Yeah.
this is all big
We're talking Marvel
This is
budget.
all
here.
big budget stuff. This is all Harry Potter level budget things, and I think this would be the easiest
Harry
transition
Potter level budget.
because it's just simple swordplay. It's just simple a man who had a dark past who wants to forget about it, who doesn't want to be that guy anymore, and it's a story that's been told a bunch of times.
I
But
see a lot of those 300 sword fight moments though in that movie.
that's true. But I mean, they can pull that off. I've seen it done before. I mean, maybe give you a little hints of CGI just to add that extra bit of he's not normal.
Yeah.
Like these people aren't exactly normal. Like the hints of CGI of him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like have Bruce Lee moments. You know, that scene where Bruce Lee's in a room with like 20 guys. And he's just like, I'll fight one of you or all of you at the same goddamn time. And he beats the shit out of like 30 guys. You can have those moments in this show. So I think that's the easiest transitional show. So because that show might not have there's not really any like super mind blowing over the top moments. I mean, there's moments where he's moving ridiculously fast. But that's about it. So I think that's
because he's the best
I think
samurai
you could
ever.
do like a stunt guy to do that.
Yeah, you can, just like I said, you can add that little bit of CG to make sure you realize this ain't no normal man. Like,
All right, Mark.
Number 2, ooh, 4.
well, because you
Basically, I'm going to
You're not doing what we're doing. You're going the opposite
You want
way.
to mess up the flow?
Well, that's because I like to go from least to most. But okay, next. That's a hard one actually. I've seen a lot of anime, so it's hard to say. But I mean, you know what one I can actually see working out well with a good budget? One Punch.
That's on my list too.
Yeah,
I had that on my list. I told Seth about that on the way here. I was like, yeah, One Punch Man.
I could
It'd
see
be
that
perfect to
doing
come out
really
right now.
well.
well, especially what Marvel's doing, you know, like
Oh,
shit.
Marvel could really do good with One
It'd
Punch
be
Man.
perfect to come out right
Yeah,
now.
because he'd be like, I think Marvel needs to sit down with the guys who made One Punch Man. Like, listen, in this era of superhero movies, we want a parody so bad. We can have so much
Who
fun
better
with
than
this guy.
Saitama?
No, I mean, like, we could have so much fun with these people. So please, we'll pay you this much if you let us use it.
And the English dubs that, by the way.
Oh shit, you know Warner Brothers will buy it.
I really don't know.
Warner Brothers will buy it.
Warner Brothers ruins everything.
And make it
I understand
serious.
they ruin
And make it
everything.
serious instead of being that.
All they
face.
do right's Looney Tunes.
They used to write.
Or Fox would buy it. Fox ain't
Oh
that bad.
God!
I would honestly trust Fox more than Warner
They made
Brothers.
Deadpool, so I mean, they gave me that.
That's
bad.
true. It gives them
They
that.
made 4 Fantastic Four. Fox is on and off.
Well, pretty much, they're like this. It's like,
Like you don't know with them. Like the Fantastic Four was ass,
Russian roulette.
and then you got freaking Deadpool, which was
One
awesome.
of them did Evolution, so I know which one to hate more.
Anyways, so all right, so
But yeah, with One Punch Man, like with a big budget, like say like
Like Marvel
say,
budget.
Marvel budget. Imagine the effects. Imagine and the costume designs. You'd save so much money on costumes.
oh yeah, it's not that. It's just a yellow suit and a
But,
white cape with red
The only thing
gloves.
that's probably expensive would be doing Genos.
Cyborg.
Yeah, the cyborg. That'd be a little hard.
Well, they've done cyborgs
I think that, like-
now. They've done cyborgs.
No,
now.
I think the hardest part for them would be doing like when he like morphs his arm into that cannon thingy. I think that would be a little hard for them to do. But at the same time, you know, they can mix practical effects with
I
CGI.
guess we'll see because Cyborg is someone who does that
Yeah.
too. He changes.
And you
arms
saw
to a
you
hand.
saw the effects and everything. They were
So
really
I
good.
mean,
Yeah, they were really good. But like, well, I mean, like he was basically coated in a green suit, so
Mhm.
you know, I mean, that's a real guy behind that green suit. But at the same time, you know, it's like shit.
But I mean, like, could you like Sean? You've seen all of One Punch Man, right?
I haven't seen all of it. I've seen a good chunk of it.
Gary say because the final fight in the season, the first season of One Punch Man, that in a movie, oh my god, that would be so cool.
The fights I've seen with One Punch Man would be a little over the top.
They would be over
It's
the
like
top.
it's sort of like an
Imagine
ant
that on
fighting
big Hollywood
Galactus
budget.
over the top. I think with a big budget they could pull it off.
Wouldn't that be really
It's
cool to see?
I think they still could pull it off though.
That's
There's
the
appealing.
It's like an insect fighting Galactus.
Or you can at least get it up to the Kingfisher arc of One Punch Man, like a Fishman.
Mm-hmm.
You can at least get it up to that arc. That can still work.
The problem is, if Warner Brothers get their hands on it, they're gonna make this. They're gonna make his origin. They're gonna make the origin to him getting to become One Punch Man so depressing and sad.
It's not depressing at all. It's funny.
Yeah, I'm super strong. I don't know why.
It's supposed to be a parody, a funny series.
It's supposed to be a parody anyway.
And I mean, I'm watching this other series that the same guy's making right now, Mob Psycho 100. It is amazing.
You can tell me, maybe, because you see that.
Very similar. I showed you a picture.
Yeah, I was
Very
like,
similar art
well,
style.
I can tell who made this.
Dude, it has such a good fight scene in the series. Oh my god.
All right, number 3.
See, this one is reaching that level where it's gonna be over the top if they don't do green screen or CGI.
I think I might know what you're talking about. I'm not gonna guess. Just say it.
Naruto.
Yeah, people have been talking about that for years.
Because no, here's the thing: like you could do so much practically, but at the same
There's a lot
time,
they can do practically.
a lot they can do practically.
Stuff,
but at the same time, on the flip side of the coin, there's the spells they use.
The jutsus and stuff, that would be a little bit of a stretch. Not all of them are ridiculous. Like
not all of them are
fireball jutsu. I mean,
that's
it's
not
just
too
fire.
ridiculous.
You know, Naruto's shadow clone jutsu. It's just cloning himself. I mean, they're not.
The only
The
thing.
beginning, it's not really just.
No,
crazy.
that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about a movie that sticks to mostly like the beginning story.
It wasn't that crazy in the beginning. Later, it gets ridiculous.
I can see the original Naruto.
Yeah, not Shippuden. Shippuden just gets way out there.
Shippuden, you can only his things that are that epic. You can only animate them. You cannot get some that
Yeah,
good
you
live
can't. No,
action.
I'm just saying. Like that's why like the first thing of Naruto, would be a good movie.
The first few seasons, probably would be
Like up to where they ended it, with Gaara, finally getting control over his tailed beast, and then he goes off. The Village of Artisans story arc would be like,
the pain
It
arc.
could literally be. It could
That horrible animation.
It could actually be a solid trilogy.
Yeah.
Him.
I mean, that was an epic fight.
beginning
That was an epic fight.
to
But that one animation, that was just
Where
what the
he
fuck?
basically looks like a tube of toothpaste.
That was bad. That whole fight was epic. The animations of the fight were pretty epic, except for that one moment. I was like,
Wait,
what the hell?
except for that.
That one moment, it stands out. But anyway, no, like, and then that whole the whole Nine Tails thing, you wouldn't have to go full on,
They could just hint at it. The first movie, that's the thing. With the first movie, they wouldn't have. They just hint at it. Like it'd just be show flashes of it, flashes of a fox's face, flashes of tails, and it'd just be like.
I know, and then when he finally
nudge.
loosens the seal enough, or he gets pissed enough, all he would do was just put in claw effects, put in the whisker effect, the spiky hair.
It doesn't get really
and
bad
red eyes.
later. When
It doesn't get
skin
really
falls off.
The skin boils off and shit. That's when it gets bad. But at first, all you gotta do is claws, the whiskers, the eyes, and the hair.
Effects on that.
Ooh, man, I hope if that movie came out,
that's
big.
That's
That'd
like
be
House of Wax level.
No, that'd be like the Revenant. Leo getting hit by the bear kind of.
No,
I'm talking House of
but
Wax.
early it leaked out a little bit. He just got the little whiskers. That's it.
No. Claws, whiskers, and the eyes.
Yeah, that's it.
about it.
That's
That's
easy
all
to
you.
pull off.
That's easy to pull off. And then he can go full on. But the only thing though, some of the jutsus, like the Rasengan, that might be a little hard to do.
But we got to keep it in context of the first movie.
Right. So
Because they don't really do anything outrageous in the first movie.
no, the first film wouldn't be too outrageous. So I don't. I could see it, but Shippuden I couldn't see because it literally be just a CGI shitstorm.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It'd be- especially the final fight against the. Oh God, I don't want to. I don't want to spoil it for anyone who's.
they wouldn't even try.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sasuke didn't go Darth Vader. I'm sorry.
Well,
Anyway,
sorry.
My number 3 was Fullmetal Alchemist.
that was all right.
And, so
Yeah, I'll agree with that. It's a good one. But my take here. I mean, I think it could be a good comedy / that Harry Potter kind of route. Would be Fairy Tail. I think it could be a good live action.
No.
they go way
That's a little over the
too
top,
far
dude.
over the top.
That's not like think about it.
Yeah.
In terms of in terms of the more humanly designed characters, not the animals. I feel like it could be a good comedy / action.
I mean, the only thing they'd have to fix, the first movie would have to explain how they got that damn powerful before it.
But that's the thing.
Explain now.
There's a little
Too late. Sorry, it's too late.
So like all those
It's too
characters.
late for me.
Just Ursa doing that whole weird thing. She changes her gear and gets.
Oh, a quick.
That would be
that
hard.
thing would just be ridiculous to pull off.
But
on
do you know
screen.
how many men that would draw into the theater?
Yeah, and you know how many parents would sue that theater?
See, that's the thing with Japan. They're so much more mature about sex than we are.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, but that's how it is.
That's how it is.
I mean,
Nazi spells you could pull off.
You can do that.
Gray spells you could pull off.
Even Lucy Celestial Spirits. Like, it'd be a
You
little
can-
difficult, but you can pull it off.
You could
Some
pull
of-
that off.
but some of the ways some
Happy.
of her spirits look are like ridiculous.
Hey, didn't Harry Potter do a cat that talked?
No.
Wait, no, that
I don't
wasn't a
think
cat.
so.
Ed W.
Didn't they do an animal that talked? I thought they did an animal.
No.
That's bring a teenage witch kind of thing.
No. Anyway,
I
Ursa
couldn't
spells,
block. I couldn't-
Loxus spells you could definitely.
It
pull
really
off.
would be a hard sell, a blue cat flying around on screen. There are such
That's the
things in that
world.
show just be such a hard sell.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it'd be hard, but you gotta admit, with the comedy, and you've seen some of the really good action scenes in Fairy
Well,
Tail.
yeah,
it
but
could
like I
definitely
said, there's
sell.
so. But
It
the
could
only
sell.
problem though is that like
even those great ones,
you
are
can
over the
only
top.
limit yourself. You can only limit yourself to the first season,
Yeah.
up to the Loxus fight.
That's what I'm saying.
all.
Like,
That's
besides
the only
that, it would be
movies.
way too hard.
After that, it gets too over the top.
Maybe against Agnologia.
No, no.
Everyone versus
Fight
Agnologia.
against Zachkro and all. No. Like the movies would have to end up until the final fight with Loxus. It
Yeah.
had to. Like the first
That's
movie
true.
would be about up to Luna Island, maybe that's just an idea.
Mhm.
And then the next one would be the Jalal arc, and then the final one would be Loxus shit.
The
That-
Jalal arc could definitely be done. That'd be easy.
No, but come on, dude. The Crystal Tower, the whole heavenly body man. He's someone's a freaking black hole, for God's sake.
CG, motherfucker, CG.
But that's
Alright.
just a CG shitstorm.
Okay, but we're indifferent about that.
We're
But yeah,
indifferent.
at
I
least
mean,
I think it could be a good action comedy flick.
it could, but the spells would be hard to pull.
Okay, so you're number 4.
Yeah, my number 4. Oh God.
I think I know which one you might have on your list.
Damn. Shit. I'm gonna go on a limb because I know one movie pulled it off, Shining Gundam. The original series.
Well, fucking Pacific Rim's already done.
That's what I say. They pulled it off, so I think they Gundam
Pacific Rim
I already ripped them off.
Well, technically, they ripped off Godzilla.
Yeah, because they called them kaiju.
That's a good ass movie though.
Yeah, but no, I'm talking like the
The sequel's
original
coming out.
Volume 1 of Gundam, like old animation.
Had that dude from Sons of Anarchy.
I can't remember his name. Anyway, but
Pixie Danger.
But anyway, I think they
Or
can pull
Gypsy
that
Danger.
off
I think Pixie.
because the world of that Volume 1 Gundam was really like not like an apocalyptic world, but it was on the brim of an apocalypse. It was these Gundams that are like keeping it.
Shining Gundam was fun.
Yeah, it's just like Shining Gundam. Besides, you gotta admit that giant fucking robot, the way that it's designed, I think it looks pretty sick. Except for the whole how they get in there. I thought that's weird. It's like, wait, what is that?
Like I said, the one thing I did like about Pacific Rim was that whole compatible matchup thing with the
That-
mod. I was like, that didn't make any goddamn sense.
Well,
just
think about it.
Screw that. Just
We're
show
all-
them in a Gundam.
We're all every human's different, but sometimes there is some things that
but
are
that's
similar.
I mean,
such a hassle.
I will agree with that part to an extent because they did say, well, their biggest mistake was that they made, the robot infused with your head, and apparently that was too much.
Well,
apparently.
it's too much for
Because
some.
they literally, well, no, it's not. It shouldn't be because the brain is the ultimate CPU. It is the ultimate
But much like
supercomputer.
much like any CPU, it has its limits.
Well, no, that's the thing about the human brain. Like they said that, like with a human brain comes slight limit, but at the same time, it's literally our brains are more powerful than a supercomputer that the government uses.
So I like the-
that's like.
I always like the Shining Gundam version because it's the guy in
Yeah.
there. He doesn't have some suit around him. He's just moving. He's just moving.
And then that, the whole political world of Volume 1 Gundam and everything was pretty sick, the whole, like, the only thing I don't want to see them do is the whole, like, the girlfriend gets into the suit
They
and
would-
together they do it. That's
They
stupid.
would do that, dude.
That was
it's
so
Hollywood.
dumb.
They wouldn't. They couldn't help.
That's
themselves.
so dumb, in my opinion. I was just like, throw
Oh,
that part
by
out.
the way, want to know something funny? Guess who owns the rights to making a Gundam movie if it's ever made? Slyke Brothers.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Oh, that's worse.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
They buy these rights ahead of time, like
Just in case.
Just in case.
Anyway, so Warner Brothers, don't fuck up, please. Don't make his backstory sad. I mean, his backstory isn't sad, but it's not. It's
great.
It's Warner Brothers. Anyway, so that's my number 4.
My number 4 is Cowboy Bebop. I think that'd be
simple.
I think it'd be an interesting, simple, cool little thing.
Well,
Movies like Star Wars.
It'd be very Star Wars.
You guys are not going to believe this. I've never seen Cowboy Bebop.
I haven't
It's
either.
a fun show. Like I recently, I've seen it when I was a kid.
I need to watch it, but I have not gotten to it.
Because I got Lulu, and there's a bunch of anime.
Oh, there's tons of anime.
So I was just I watched Cowboy Bebop. I enjoyed the shit out of that show because they're just they're kind of like the Guardians in a bit, but they're more human. Because, they're just normal.
And I mean, they're just like regular guns.
They all have such interesting backstories, and especially Spike. He is one bad.
He's one of the most beloved anime characters of all time.
He is one
Wait.
bad.
Is
He's
this
the one with big hair.
And the weird revolver?
Yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Because there's the girl in the group, and there's the big guy with the guard. But that he is such.
I think I know why to
bad
get into it because this was back when Japanese, this was before dubs were this is when dubs took longer to do.
I suppose because
that's why you get into it because
dubs for a while now.
Well, no, I'm talking way back in the day. It would take forever for a dub.
Cowboy Bebop is arguably one of the most recognizable anime. I'm telling you, if I played the music for the intro, you would know that's Cowboy Bebop. I really think it'd be a
Gotta go.
One Piece, 4 kids.
No, you added that. I knew you were chomping at the bit to add that in. I knew it. So I'm when I was watching that video, I was like, he's chomping at the bit. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. Up there. It's like,
what you do? He's gonna do that. But yeah, I think it'd be such an easier. Plus, I think it'd be just a cool thing to see these ragtag dudes who are they're bandits. They kill people. They don't make any ifs, ands,
It would be a lot like Guardians. It would be.
But they'd be a little bit more vicious than the Guardians, because Guardians is smart, of course. They're not gonna let them go too fucking bad. But freaking Cowboy Bebop can be like a hard R. This could be an R-rated movie like this. They don't. I mean, Spike is a former member of this gang that's basically space mafia.
Basically, yeah.
And he was a high-ranking member who got out.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
it's like a John Wick of the group.
Pretty much, he's got a badass thing about him.
Except I think the difference would be is that that group probably wants him back or wants him dead for leaving.
Pretty much.
So the only difference is John Wick's group, they let him go. This guy probably was like, no.
Speaking of John Wick, do you know they were talking about making a Cowboy Bebop movie? But guess who they wanted to play Spike?
John Wick.
Keanu Reeves.
Same guy who plays John Wick. Dude, that'd be awesome.
I think he was probably I couldn't pull off that spiky hair.
Dude, I would
toned it down.
I would so want to see him
there's
in that
nothing
movie.
in that show that's over other than the kind of space exploration, but we've done that so many times.
I know,
Movies
the Martian.
Guardians and the Martian.
And
Other
then
than
there's
that,
Interstellar.
so we've done that so many
shit, Star Wars and Star Trek. Fuck.
Yeah, so that's not even a big deal. I think it's an easy movie to make too, and I think they're interesting characters.
All right.
Cowboy Bebop.
Number 2.
Big Sailor Moon, I swear to God.
No, that's it. No. But one that I think that would be fun, kind of like Gundam, kind of like Cowboy Bebop, Gurren Lagann. I know you guys haven't seen that, but
Never even heard of it.
Gurren Lagann is a very, very fun series. It's actually made a lot of people. It's actually helped some people improve themselves because it's just the way it is. It's a comedy, but it does have those lessons. It's one of the most beloved characters.
So it's the Bible?
No, it's Sailor Moon. It's one of the most beloved characters had to die to help one of the other characters become had to help him become a man because this guy was he's always kind of like the guy that's always helping and watching after him.
It sounds like Rocky.
No, it's
anime Rocky.
No, Gurren Lagann is a mech anime. It's big mech. It's people living underground and they lived underground.
So
they came to
the Steel Battalion meets Gundam.
Woo! You'll like it if you watch. It's a very good series. But
You said that about Fairy Tail. Look what happened to me.
You liked it.
At first, until I finally took off my beer goggles, and I was like, the fuck?
I didn't do it!
He didn't do it. He really didn't.
What you think I just went? Come on.
No, he didn't do it. I took off my beer goggles, and I was like, what the fuck? But point being, continue.
But still, Gurren Lagann, I'm the only one saying that's actually a really good series. That's not that doesn't have any hate towards it at all. I've never seen any hate towards Gurren Lagann.
You might find that one asshole.
But the series, it would be a lot with the CGI because there are some very over-the-top scenes. But I feel if you were to do maybe the first few bits of it, up into a certain point, this series, it could be a really, really good movie. But I wouldn't want Warner Brothers behind it. No.
Warner Brothers.
They probably already have. We just don't know.
Probably do.
I could see Well, the way Marvel does things, I could see them kind of getting at it, but it would be a very hard thing for Ray to
The thing is, Marvel, like, it would make it lighter.
Yeah.
Because Marvel's connected to Disney.
Oh, Gurren Lagann
It's
was very
all
light.
connected to Disney.
It has very light moments.
I'm surprised Disney hasn't bought up all these rights. Why is Warner Brothers doing it?
Warner Brothers been alive, or been around a little bit longer.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I mean, I could go in detail, but I don't want to spoil anything. But yeah, Gurren Lagann would be a very cool live-action movie if they can get over the.
All right, my number 5. Sailor Moon. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Venus.
Jupiter. Anyway, no.
Mars.
Douchebag.
Anyway. Oh God. I mean, I'm stuck.
Stop.
Stop it. I'm stuck between. They've tried to do this once before.
If you see
But they
freaking Dragon
failed.
Ball Z, I'm gonna stab you in the neck.
That is my number 1.
What is wrong with you, people?
Because I want to see it done
I
right.
want to see it done right.
We just got done talking about over the top.
Hey.
It's impossible.
No, it is not.
It is.
It is. Have you seen Light of Hope?
I don't care.
That web series made it possible.
I couldn't buy a small purple man walking around bossing around other men. Frieza. I couldn't buy Cell.
Maybe not
He's
the
got
Frieza.
purple vision.
Maybe not the Frieza or the Cell arcs, but the Saiyan arc is totally possible.
Oh, then where would you go after that? People would want the Frieza arc. They would want the.
Didn't
Blue
even
arc. They would
die.
want-
But then they're gonna do this whole spirit world thing. We're talking about a giant guy. Dude, it is
King Yemma.
Dragon Ball Z is the definition of a great anime. That cannot transition. It just can't.
All right. No, that's the thing. I wanted to pick it. No, I said I was. I wanted
Trunks.
to pick it.
Trunks' arc against the
They're gonna
androids,
make a movie just about Trunks and his art.
with the androids and everything.
They did it in anime.
That's what Light of Hope is. It's great.
Anyway.
All right, what are you actually picking?
Oh, damn. I mean,
You know you want to see just as much as I do, Seth. You know you want to see it just as much as I do.
no, it's. I wanted to pick Dragon Ball, but I know I just couldn't do it. I will agree with Sean on that one. It is a little too over the top.
But we can dream.
The Saiyan Saga could be pulled off, but like I said,
We can dream.
after that, all the fans would want the Cell Saga. They would want the Freeze Saga. They would
It's
want the Boo
possible.
Saga. No, it's just not really possible. I mean, it's on paper, it's a great idea. On practice,
Not to mention, no one's touching that goddamn movie.
not after what Evolution did.
I mean,
He never even read the source material.
well,
I mean, he probably just watched the show. Like, oh, the names are enough.
He said he's not even a fan of the series.
I know.
Why?
I'm trying to think. Like, I haven't seen that very many animes, but I'm gonna go with the one that my friend introduced to me, Berserk.
You know, I was thinking that would be on your list for sure.
I was gonna put One Punch Man number 5, but since it's already on there and talked about
because
it,
I think Berserk could be pulled off.
It could be. It's simple. Well, the first few ones.
Yeah.
Like, what are they gonna work that rape scene in there?
That was the last episode, okay? The last episode did it on a.
Berserk would already be a rated R movie to begin with.
Oh,
I mean,
shit,
yeah. like a child being born from the corpse of his dead mother hanging from a tree. Come on,
That's not the most hardcore fucking backstory ever.
I think that's the whole point. I think the whole point was
to be bad.
No, I think the whole point. Yeah, I mean, like the whole point was basically like, yeah, we're basically making fun of Wolverine. Basically, here you go.
No, that might be worse. I mean, well, maybe not.
Wolverine's backstory is not that fucked up.
He's lived a long life, but Guts' backstory is pretty goddamn short.
But no, I think that it would be a really cool, like, you know, sword mixed gunplay slasher. You know,
he carries around a big ass sword.
I know he carries something like that cloud kind of sword.
But he's a big guy too. It's not like usual anime where there's a small guy carrying around a huge sword. That dude's a huge man carrying around a big sword. So it's like, okay, it makes sense.
No, but I think it could be pulled off. Berserk could really be pulled off. The only thing, you know, like, because the sword would have to be a little CGI. Like, it could be a real sword with a CGI skin around it. Because no normal man can carry a sword that big. I'm sorry, it's not possible.
Actually, swords that big have been carried in battle.
They have, yeah.
Yeah.
What era was this?
Probably back when humans were much stronger.
I'm the history guy here. What era was this?
It was a fact when they had when they did the thing Berserk. I think it was Guts versus some other guy.
Yeah, back in the day, humans were much stronger than we used to be now.
It wasn't that heavy though. It was that. I mean, you talk about length. They have been carried into battle. It just won't freaking like as heavy as Guts' sword. Guts' sword's like 200.
It's big, but it's not that heavy.
150 pounds.
Yeah, Guts' backstory is pretty.
But yeah, it's like
that's where see Warner. There you go, Warner Brothers. Perfect.
You know what this man does with a 150-pound? He ties logs to the end of it and swings it like this with one hand to work out.
And I was just like 1, 2, 3.
I think it would be like I mean, like Berserk would be like every man's dream. Like,
he's a manly man.
He's a manly man.
Manly man.
The doom of anime.
Pretty much. Anyway, anyway, that Berserk. I'm like my friend introduced it to me, and I'm actually going back to rewatching it from the very beginning. I got through the first couple of episodes, but like I said, that like a child being born from the
first
corpse.
Episodes, it's not that bad. It's not as bad as that.
I mean, it's pretty bloody, but it's not, you know.
Oh yeah.
It's not like unbearable. I mean, it's just, but like I said, that backstory, holy fuck, like.
And then there's hints that the guy was raping him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was molested.
Yeah, there's hints at that. That's like, man.
I mean, like I said, if he was born from the hanging corpse of his mother hanging from a tree.
We all know Guts is probably one of those fucked up backstories in all of anime.
Like I said, Warner Brothers, there you go. It's right up your alley.
Oh, that's really up there.
You know what, though? They might take it even worse and actually be like, yeah, he was not just molested by this guy, but he was raped, too.
Technically.
You know, well, they wouldn't have time to go through the whole molestation thing. They probably just say the guy was going to, and he killed him then. They just skip past the whole.
Anyway,
I mean, eventually he did.
Well, that was my number 5 because, like I said, I was gonna make One Punch Man my number 5. But since we already talked about it, I was like, I might as well put Guts there.
Well, I mean, my number 5, and it's also my number 1 would be. I know it's gonna be hard. I just want an attempt, one more attempt.
I think they could do Dragon Ball, but
there you go, Dragon Ball.
I'll settle for Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball Z and GT, dude.
I'll settle for Dragon Ball.
Technically, they tried to do Dragon Ball. That's technically what that.
They did it right with the big budget and the person.
That was like end of Dragon Ball close to Z.
I don't know. It was just like.
But yeah,
you could pull off like Kid Goku, the first movie, like all through Kid Goku, then his teen years.
Dude, I couldn't buy any of the crap in Dragon Ball Z live back.
His teen years.
I just couldn't.
I think you know what? On the Dragon Ball would be a good 2-movie series. It'd be 2 movies.
True. Yeah.
And then like if they could, like if they wanted to do Z, they could. Like I said, it's just too much. They could
do the tournament. They could do the tournament. They could do Dragon Ball. Okay, I'll give you that. Maybe Dragon Ball. Outside of that. You're not seeing Z, you're not seeing Cell, you're not seeing the good stuff, you're not seeing the awesome stuff. You're not going to see that crap.
One day we have the effects we can do it with, we'll do it. One day.
One day?
Well, even then, I don't know if it's going to translate as well, you know?
We'll see. Yeah, I think that's all of our stuff. You ready to close that?
Alright, guys. Thank you so much for joining us on
Cowboy Bebop Show.
And please list your top 5 animes that would make great live action movies in the comment section down below.
You know you want to say Dragon Ball. You know you want to.
No Dragon Ball.
No. It doesn't matter. Just Please post in the comments below. Please share your thoughts and also in the comments below. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more of us in the future, and we will see you
In the next one. I'm taking your damn crap.
Were you fucking me off?
I mean, the last time he called you a weenie.
That's true.
Look at this photograph.
You